So with that notion in mind, with your hurt towards your creator, you put on this song. And it meant so much to Charlie because he was hurt so hard. He had his love of his life there dispatched. And he puts on this song, Don't Make Me Over.
Wow.
Dionne Warwick. Accept me with all my faults. Don't pick on the words and things I say. But I need you, he says, and that the creator is singing, I need you. I can't live without you because we have a purpose here. And if you listen to that song with that notion, as if he's speaking to you directly, you heard the words possibly if you're an old doo-wopper like me a lot of times. But if you look at it with a different slant, the power in that song is amazing. Totally amazing. I'll give you another instance. This guy wakes up in the morning and he's headed up this road to this inn that he was told him to go for breakfast.
Okay.
And you hear the Twilight Zone, do 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 do. And he's wondering, man, should I go in here? And it sees a guy walking down the road. And the guy's saying, thank God I'm not me. Thank God. He thinks he's pulling to one of these Looney Tune places or something like that. But this guy's doing, during that, when he's saying that, the Ink Spots come on. They had a great song. It was sung in doo-wop, but the Ink Spots, I think, is better because it's more clear. It's My Shadow, My Ego, and Me.
Wow.
And he's looking, what's this guy saying? And the guy's coming, he says, I thank God I'm not me. And then he drives up a little further, he's trying to turn around, but then his radio kicks on. There's some guy in this area who's playing doo-wop songs that the feds are after him. But they really don't want to catch him because they love the song. And as soon as he gets a little further, Maurice comes on, Why Don't You Stay Just a Little Bit Longer? This guy in the inn comes and mentions his name because he actually got awakened by a cop in the morning because he was sleeping on a ditch or something. And he says, wait a minute, my wife's making the breakfast, and this guy's hungry. He's making his favorite breakfast, an omelet and everything. And he says, why don't you stay? The monitor comes in at that point and says, look, if you stayed so long in the show right now, why don't you really get into the spirit? So they show them different clothes you have and wear, and the hairdos. And they said to the monitor says, some guys wore a DA. And he said, oh, wait a minute, there's some young whippersnappers, you don't know what a DA is. And then you see a duck swimming away, and that's the DA. But then, but it's offered, as he's pulling in there, the monitor says, we have something very special for you, if you want to take it up. And it's, what's that? And he says, you could, Jack is parking his car, you could park your brain. Because you don't need it. But it doesn't say that. So you could park your brain and give it a nice rest. And it's in great, great hands. JC is a great person, he'll take care of it. And then we find out it's Johnny Carson, okay? And he said, where are you going to put it in? I'm going to put it hermetically sealed in a jar of mayonnaise. And you see over there, these parking areas for the brain, and it's a handicap area. And then you hear data, data, data. We have too much data. And it's going to go into, and he asks JC, what are you going to play? He says, well, I'm not going to play doo-wop. I'll play a little classical, and then it needs this rest, this silence and everything. So these songs have a richness beyond measure. And I was so gifted finding different things. And one thing in me personally at this time was a song, Let the Little Girl Dance.
Oh, yes, you told me about that.
Yes, and what it is basically, it's about, there's a little introduction about maybe, not mythology, but how things work, you know, something like the bleep or something. It's like when you first see a Desire, there was a song, Wild One by, I forget his name, it was Wild One. So when we see a new Desire, it's foreign to us. And it has a little, we have a little edge towards it, okay? But then there was a great song by, where Junior is a disc jockey. He's handling the Cosmic Jukebox. And Bunny Siegel had a song, Let the Good Times Roll, and they're dancing and showing how you have to mirror your desire. You have to change what you formerly had and mirror that image of desire. But this dance that they show on YouTube, it's phenomenal, how they just blend together.
Wow.
But the words in that song pertaining to desire are so rich. But then, after you see that, you got to go to Miss Dee Dee Sharp, because once you have that image, You have to lock into that image. You got to get on your pony and ride. Now, in biblical terms, it meant if somebody rode a pony or a horse, you master your emotions and you master your feelings. So rather than going biblical, there's a guy who's a horse trainer. He says, before you get on that wild horse, you have to relax yourself because the horse is so sensitive. The more you relax in control of yourself, the easier it'll be to get on that horse and ride and go much further. So as Junior's riding the different horses, Seabiscuit, Fury, all those great, we saw when growing up, he's riding, but then he rides a little one. And they come to a little pond. And Junior gets off the horse and picks the horse up and starts walking the horse across the pond. Now, there was a cartoon character, the Chicken Hawk, back then, and he had an expression, boy, what are you doing? He's yelling to Junior, boy, what are you doing? You're supposed to be riding the horse, not the horse riding you. And he says, well, you see over there, and the guy looks, he goes, no, you're looking at Graceland. He says, over there is Roseland. That's the place where the horses dance.
Wow.
And all souls on the planet are wallflowers to a degree. I was probably the best. Okay, and the idea is there's something so powerful in you that wants to come out, and that song illustrates it. Because he had to carry the horse because she just had a manicure. And you know how much that is, and she had to have 4 of them. And she's going to get on that dance floor. It's a powerful image of the idea there's something in you. There's something so wonderful that no one heard it before, the way you're going to present it. Even a great person with a great insight, you might have something that's further down in that field, so much more magnificent, but you don't carry a title or whatever. But you have a clearer perception. And so it's about getting on the cosmic dance floor.
Okay, wrap it up. We have 2 minutes.
Okay, 2 minutes. Here's something that's in the Gospel of DOP. This lady, formerly, they were having a discussion, and she's talking about how she worked with the people with special needs. And she wanted to write something for them, but enter their spirit, okay? But this goes for all relationships.
Okay.
Okay, and it goes like this, because I worked for them, and this is the message they gave me. And I think it pertains to all though. And it goes like this. Hello, my friend. It's clear to me there's a part of you that's afraid of me. And the reason being, you see me so much differently. And you wonder, so, if you were me, how would life would really be? That's why you are afraid of me. You can find the courage. It's all within you. It is there. You'll change this point of view. You'll find that I need love, just like you.
Wow.
So now's the time to set ourselves free,
Yes.
allowing each other just to be. With the Gospel DOP, I am so grateful I came for it because it taught me things that I couldn't understand the things I was reading. It brought insight because of the feeling, there's a rawness in it. There's a beauty that's so profound in these songs that transports you, it seems, to another dimension with a clearer vision, a clearer idea. And it's like we have questions. We always have questions. In a great song, it's a lover's question. If you listen to that song, it says, where does it lie? It lies inside of us.
Thank you. And let's end with the God, the Creator
Yes.
in me greets the Creator in you.
Thank
Tell
you.
the audience.
Thank you.